This is going to be such a cool sleepover, said Thirsty Tate. She shared a smile with her best friend, Rachel Walker. They were standing at the top of the Science Museum steps, hugging their pillows. I wonder if Selena, the sleepover fairy, will be watching over us, said Rachel. Thirsty felt a rush of excitement. The girls had been friends with the fairies ever since they had met on Rainspell Island. I hope so, she said. Do you remember our adventure with her at the National Museum sleepover? Of course, said Rachel, laughing. How could I forget spooky stories in the crypt of the goblins running wild in the museum? Just then a group of children walked past, and the girls quickly changed the subject. They had promised the Queen of Fairyland never to tell their incredible secret to anyone else. Nighttime seems different in the city, said Rachel. Yes, said Kirsty with a laugh. It's very different from nighttime in Weatherbury. Her home village was so quiet at night that even one vehicle would shatter the peace. Here the whizzing traffic made a constant hum. Although it was dark, the streets were glowing. Neon theater signs, bright street lights, dazzling shop displays, and sweeping car headlights lit up every brick and paving stone. I know the stars are up there, said Rachel, gazing into the night sky. The city's just too well lit to see them. Even the moon doesn't seem quite as bright. It feels a bit odd to be here in our pajamas, said Kirsty. At least we are not the only ones. The square below the museum was filled with children, all dressed in their pajamas and also clutching pillows. The Science Museum was holding one of its famous sleepovers, and crowds of school groups, families, and clubs were heading towards the main entrance. This is going to be the most exciting night of our life, said a little boy as he skipped past Rachel and Kirsty. It makes me feel all dizzy inside to see everyone so happy, said Kirsty. Fizzy inside, said Mr. Tate, walking up behind Dad. That does not sound like a recipe for a good night's sleep. Kirsty giggled and gave her dad a hug. Tonight isn't about sleeping, she said. It's about having fun. Mr. Tate ruffled her hair and laughed. Let's go in and find out where to put our sleeping bags, he said. They joined the people who were crowding in through the main entrance. Inside, museum staff were checking people's names and tablets and making sure that everyone was on the list. Mr. Tate went up to the young man and gave him their names. Welcome to the Science Museum, said the young man. You'll be sleeping in our Discover Space Gallery next to the planetarium. Please find a space to set up your camp and then head into the planetarium for our show. Tingling with excitement, the girls and Mr. Tate followed the sign to the Discover Space Gallery. It was a large room with walls of dark blue. Models of planets hung from high beams. Everything was lit in shades of blue and purple, and tiny silver lights twinkled in the ceiling like distant stars. Rachel and Kirsty rolled out their sleeping bags, then hurried through a large wooden door into the planetarium, followed by Mr. Tate. It was so dark that the girls could not see their own feet. Then they saw a woman wearing the Science Museum uniform, with a small heat torch attached to her head. Welcome to the planetarium, she said. I am Grace. Did you know that the light from the stars takes millions of years to reach Earth? When you look at them, you are looking back in time. She pointed up at the great dome ceiling. It was glittering with stars. Is that the real sky? Asked Rachel with a gasp. It's a film, said Grace, smiling. The walls, the ceiling, and even the floor are all gigantic screens. Take a seat and get ready for a journey into space.